Ben and Chris write a musical together and Marina's here too. Oh my fucking god. The Broadway Brothers Podcast might kinda be back. I'm Chris Carvett of the Broadway Brothers.
I'm Ben Riley.
You gotta speak up.
I'm Ben Riley.
Yeah. And
Me, yeah.
we don't know if me's gonna be on for a long time. She doesn't sound interested.
Just
You
call her Joe Taro.
Yeah, Joe Taro. Okay, here's the scoopily doopily. Ben Riley. I was laughing at the fact I said your name wrong.
I was holding in my laughter until you laughed, like after you said scooply dooply. It's like,
It's like something Jim Carrey would say.
yeah.
Here's the scoopily doopily.
It kind of reminds me of that.
I used
Sam
to be
Hyde
funny.
video.
What?
I'm a normal kind of guy. I'm a swell kind of guy.
I'm a swell guy.
Kind of guy. But sometimes I get a little sugar in me, and then I go a little crazy.
He does a Christopher Walken impression too.
I gotta Google that.
I'm a normal guy. I'm a swell guy. So Ben Riley and I are writing a musical that's gonna mix like regular show tunes and rap. And it's about our first mini musical, which is a series we do called Franklinstein. Franklinstein? Yeah. Because we really wanted to bring those characters back. Go fucking watch it. It's good except for the Trump jokes, which kind of feel weird when I look back at it. But I fucking love
Still a classic, though.
Yeah. So today we should probably come up with a story. Yeah, I think we should go with a new story to like make it longer.
Yeah.
And I've had.
Because it wouldn't last too long with the original story.
Yeah,
We added some elements to it.
It wouldn't be as interesting with the original story. I think it's got to have a lot more complication to it.
Yeah.
I've already had a few ideas. I've kind of been just naturally brainstorming, and I started writing a song actually, and that's why I'm looking forward to this session so I can like work more on that song. So do you think we should start? I feel like we should start with talking about like the mini musical episode we already made, and then the like Frankenstein book in the movie, and then like figuring which parts we really like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, our mini musical, I think the important parts are Agar,
Yeah.
and just like the dude has fuck. I'm not good at podcasting. All right.
Don't worry. It's a good thing we can cut things out and stuff. Because, like, that's my thing with podcasting is that I'm not good at improvising. So I want to, like, be able to write out everything usually before I do it.
Yeah, I gotta pretend it's not a podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got, like, Franklinstein. And he makes, like, a Frankenstein's monster, and the monster's kind of a wuss. And, like, later he saves the day because his nerdiness is, like, beneficial. And I think I want to go somewhere completely different with it. I don't know how much of that you want to keep.
Well, I think the parts that we should keep is, how he's book smart and it becomes beneficial.
Yeah, I think that's a really good part, like a good character for him. I don't know how I feel about the doctor being like all Trump and stuff.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna make any Trump jokes with Agar.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't know. I just think it's been played the fuck out with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Everything with Donald Trump is just played the fuck out.
Even like the conservative, like I don't like my son being liberal. Even that, I think we could just
Yeah.
turn him into like a crazy scientist and forget the whole conservative thing.
Yeah,
Just
not
like,
really involve the political side of things.
yeah. And I also think I want to do. I want to use the song "Building a Monster," which is what that episode starts off with. I think that'd be fun to do. Like, if you remember, it's like building a monster, making a man, something like that.
Yeah. I kind of remember that.
I think I could do something cool with that. So,
Just expand upon it.
yeah, I guess I'll go on about some of the like book and movie stuff that I think is important. I think we pretty much know the story of Franklinstein, basically.
Yeah.
Let's see. In the movie, he's like, he doesn't really talk. He's just like accidentally made a villain, and then they try to kill him with fire, all that shit. But the book is a little different. So like Victor Frankenstein, he's got a girlfriend or a wife or something.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, it's also his cousin. The book is very different.
What the fuck is... That's pretty American there. Sorry. Sorry, that's pretty Southern American there. Not American as a whole.
No, it's like 1800s Europe. That's how it goes, man.
Okay.
And
So now I'm sweet home Alabama.
so the monster really isn't evil in the movie, but he's kind of evil in the book. So like the Frankenstein makes him and he's like, "Oh shit, I don't like my monster. Fuck, I'm going to get out of here." So the monster like hides in this family's house and he learns to speak really good English, which is kind of how our character worked. He's like, he becomes really smart. But then everybody fears him, so he's like, you know what, fuck, I hate Frankenstein, I'm gonna kill this nigga. So he's like, he like kills a bunch of Frankenstein's family members, and he's like, make me a wife, and or else I'll fuck you up. And so like the dude's like, no, I'm not. He wanted to make. Oh, sorry, did you have son?
Oh, no, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
So, yeah, this is just the boring stuff, and then we could get to the musical. Yeah, so Frankenstein, like, he's trying to make the wife, but he's like, nah, I'm not gonna fucking do it. This is evil. So the monster kills his wife, Elizabeth. And he's like, I'm not fucking around with you. So the doctor's like, yo, I'm gonna kill you, monster. And then the doctor dies, and the monster's like, I've come to pay my last respects to the doctor. Now I'm gonna die because I know I'm evil. So yeah. This is a very quick Spark Notes reading. So if there's any parts of that you like, just let me know. And
Well, I do like the build me a wife part.
yeah, I think that part's really cool.
I'm gonna kill your family.
Yeah, he just kills everybody. He kills like a child. It's actually a lot like the other musical that I'm writing with my brothers called The Unholy Three. Like if you compare the book to the book and the movie to the movie, it's like pretty fucking tight. So I'll give you the idea I had for our musical. Oh yeah, I should note that the doctor gets kicked out of like being a professor because he wants to bring a body from the dead. So I thought that could be like our opening song. It's like, you know, the mob singing, then they show him getting kicked out, and then blah blah blah. Now I was thinking something cool would be if the monster was like if the brain was still the brain from a living person who just died. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, and then it does make sense because, you know, they have like had actual events. Like, not only would it explain his intelligence, but also, just a side note, that there's actually been like cases where people have received transplants of an organ from another person's body, and then they start to take like that person's personality traits and start acting more like them. You think that shit would only happen in the cartoons, but it's actually happened before.
Yeah.
Like, been documented in real life.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't actually really know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Oh, we should incorporate that too. Like the arms of the arms of the new corpse, like makes him like do this thing.
Yeah.
I think he's still got to learn how to speak. I feel like it'd be funny if he's like trying to learn how to walk and talk and stuff, even though he can think perfectly normal.
It's like, why the fuck can I not walk?
Yeah. And I think it'd be like, only the best idea would be, if he's got to like settle an issue he had while he was alive, like, oh, I gotta go save that child that was my child before I died, or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could add something a little dramatic to it, like something a little with a little emotion, so it can be like it's not all comedy.
Yeah, it's still gotta have a strong story, and I thought something that would be funny is like another cool spin to it would be like the doctor that kicked Franklinstein out of the school or whatever. Once he finds out that you can actually bring a body back to life, he tries to steal the plans and stuff. And I thought, I thought even further, like someone that, I was originally thinking the monster has a girlfriend and he needs to find her now that he's alive again. And when he does find her, she works for that doctor.
Oh.
Like
plot twist.
Yeah, but your idea works. But we could also like have him make her a doctor or something, or a girlfriend. You know, fuck.
Yeah. I know what you're getting at.
Yeah. Or she could die, and he's like, make a monster out of her brain.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah. That would work.
I wish I was that good at coming up with plot ideas.
I've been thinking about this for a little while now.
Yeah.
I've had it on my mind. I could, wait. Hang on, just give me a sec. Alright, so, yeah, I got a little bit of a song. I don't have a lot at all, because I wanted, like, the backstory to the doctor first. But I can sing you what I've got. And it's going to sound cringy, because I'm not in a singing place. But, like, this is all different members of a mob. You know, the angry mob against, like, Franklinstein. Once upon a time there was a doctor and his name was Franklinstein. And then like do. Unholy curiosity pushed him to moral crime. He detested rules of nature with a mighty strife. He played God and raised a body from the dead back to life. You know, just like...
Yeah, I don't know why, but that kind of reminds me of the theme song from this cartoon. I know it aired in the U.S., but I'm not sure if the network's really that popular. But it was a show called Spliced, and it was about like all these fucking animals that were like hybrids of other animals, basically. And like an evil doctor built them on an island, and then he got thrown in the jail for because it was illegal what he did somehow, I don't know, and then they're just left to build their own society by themselves.
Kind of like the island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, kind of like that, and it's like, basically the theme song's like, on a tiny little island in the ocean called Pacific, there's a crazy bunch of monsters who are really quite horrific. Crap in a lab. Spliced. They have all been spliced. Half-baked and diced and regurgitated by a crazy doctor who was thrown away. Something like that.
That sounds amazing. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to make sure we're not stealing it.
Yeah, well, the one more thing about that show, the funniest shit ever is when the two main characters, who are basically Canadian SpongeBob and Canadian Patrick, except more stupid, because you know how stupid we are compared to Americans.
You're really stupid.
But anyways, but yeah, like, they'll just burst out and start rapping out of nowhere sometimes. And, like, there's this one episode where, like, Barry's purpose for being built was to be his, the other main character, Entree's best friend. And, basically, so they're out of nowhere, they're walking down the street and they bust out this fucking rap like, "We're best friends forever and ever. I was made and put together to be Entree's best friend and never say never. I need some ice cream. I could think of nothing better. Now I'm kind of cold. And I made you a sweater that's got a big E because that's your favorite letter." And then the mayor of the town just comes in and he's just like, "Stop singing, guys." I'm like, that's not fucking singing. That's rapping.
What the fuck is Canada? You guys have the weirdest shit. Oh, boy. I'm losing my... Oh, yeah. We should probably come up with a backstory for Franklinstein with an L.
It's Franklin.
Was that a Canadian show? I vaguely remember it.
It is Canadian, yeah.
Okay, I kind of remember it. He was just some dumb kid with a Make America Great Again hat. He had a red hat, right?
You just made my night. Goodness.
Yeah, I gotta look him up. I'm almost positive he had that red hat.
He did. I fucking know that shit because they still sell Franklin merchandise in the fucking stores here.
Fucking Franklin.
Like, we used to play GTA. Sorry, we're getting off topic, but like, we used to play GTA 5, and like, my friends and I, and then whenever we played as Franklin, it's like I could count by twos and steal your shoes.
Okay, I looked up Franklin. Apparently, he can just come out of his shell, and I don't like that. Like, he can literally just take his shell off. If you look up Franklin in the dark.
That sounds so wrong.
Fuck, man. Your fucking country.
I'm fucked up.
Turtles don't come out of shells, they live in them. So, anyway. Okay, so I have a basic layout idea for, like, the opening song. Because the opening songs to musicals are always, like, a long-ass song. Like, some of them are 7 minutes.
It's gonna be such a challenge, but worth it to rap in Agar's voice.
Hey, today, will you call my... Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah, I could do it.
Here today.
I could try and rap in this voice.
You could always change the voice.
We exposed your ass. I'm gonna fuck you up and then I'm gonna fuck your loss.
Oh my god. So, yeah, basically the idea, I had that opening part, it's all dramatic. Once upon a time there was a and then it's like Franklinstein, and then it's like do, like something really jolly. Like, Franklinstein, why'd you do it? Why'd you why'd you play God? Franklinstein. Some shit like that. And I'm thinking, like, they're like attacking Franklinstein's castle, and he like comes up from behind them where they don't see him. And, the music gets really dramatic, like, oh.
I got it for like one of the songs, but this is only if you're cool with it. But something just popped in my head, and like I was thinking, I know the song should be original, but like, if one song was a parody, I know exactly what song to parody. Can't remember what it's called, but I know it's by Cypress Hill. But instead of saying, "Y'all just don't understand how I could just kill a man," but instead of that, it's how I could just build a man.
I don't think we should parody the whole song, but we could definitely use that one line.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Y'all just don't understand how I could just build a man.
Yeah, I like that.
That works.
Yeah, we gotta do that. And then, like, everybody's like, what are you talking? And he's like, yeah, it's Cypress Hill. And he's like, no one? Oh. So, yeah, so, like, all this dramatic music comes up, and he, like, rises up. He's like, hi, I'm Dr. Franklinstein. You know that because I said it, idiot, basically.
Yeah.
And then he goes into, like, rapping. I don't know what he raps about, though. Probably, like, I'm in a predicament. You bet you can't figure out how I got into it. Something like that. Is there a way we could, like, flesh out his backstory?
Like Dr. Franklinstein or Franklinstein's monster?
The doctor. Well, yeah, we could do the monster, too.
I'm trying to think, what could make him want to build? What's his motivation?
Shit. You know what? I just realized, son. We shouldn't make the story of the doctor getting kicked out. We shouldn't make that the opening song. We should make that, like, a series of songs and dialogue and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Like, it should be, like, him talking. But then I don't know what we should do for the opening song. Maybe it's life backstory.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, I wasn't sure, like, if we were doing his life backstory or just his motivation to build the monster. But
or maybe, like, how he became a doctor.
Yeah, at least that.
Or, like, or he starts off in the song as a good doctor, and then he slowly becomes this crazy mind guy. And then once the song is over, the musical talks about, like, how he gradually got fired and all that. His wife and shit. What about the monster?
The monster. I like the idea of him having to, like, learn how to walk and crawl again, or walk and talk again, but I wouldn't think it would be a good idea to focus on that for too long.
Yeah, just real quick.
Yeah.
What about before he dies? Like, what's the problem after, like, leading up to, before he dies?
It could be something with his girl that makes him, that could be the cause that makes him, like, when she dies, or if she dies, that's why he wants the doctor to build her again, or build him a life.
Yeah. Does she die before him?
We could do that.
Yeah. We could also give him a really bad memory so that, like, that creates more problems. He's like, what was I doing? What? Oh, you gotta think.
The other day, I just couldn't stop, like, writing out rhymes, like, rhyme after rhyme after rhyme. I just couldn't stop. And, like, anything that I don't feel is right for a song, I want to try and save for this. Like, any rhyme that wouldn't sound good in an actual rap song doesn't mean it wouldn't sound good in, like, the musical.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, musicals are very different from, like, regular music.
Yeah.
Like, even, like, rock musicals. There's even metal musicals, but there's not a lot of them.
There is?
Kind of. I think Brendan Small, he did, like, an hour-long one called the Doomstar Requiem.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but when you talk about rock musicals, it reminds me of fucking, what was that? They call me Bill. Yeah, they call me Bill.
I have no idea.
That's what it was called.
Bill?
It was like this fucking thing that, it was like a bill, like an anthropomorphic bill.
Oh my god, you're thinking of Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There's a school.
Like sitting on the steps. They call me Bill. They call me Bill.
I thought it was just a guy named Bill.
No. What the fuck were they thinking when they made that shit?
My name is Bill.
They call me Bill. girl.
My wife left
Let
me.
go of her, girl.
I have no
He was
kids.
fucking depressed. He was more depressed than fucking XXXtension was. If that motherfucker wasn't popped, he would have hung himself with an XXXtension cord.
We're gonna get in trouble.
Just cut that out.
Nah, it's fine. I don't care. If we can come up with a song that we know would be good in the middle, we could always do that.
Yeah. For Franklinstein, or not Franklinstein, but the Monster Story.
We could make a rap for Agar.
Yeah, Agar's story.
Ooh, yeah. Nah, we shouldn't give Agar too much story. I think
Yeah, true.
it would be too much, and plus, I like him to be a mystery. Like, no one knows where he came from. I didn't have an idea where, like, he starts to sing about his backstory, and then he gets cut off, like, in the first 2 lines. Like, no one cares. Agar, get out of here.
Yeah, that's a great idea, and it leaves mystery, but it gives you a little hint at the beginning.
Yeah, and the best part
First
is,
couple of lines.
it should be like, you know, like a 2-second song because it's only like 1 line, but we should add it on the soundtrack as its own track. And like, if we ever sell songbooks with all the lyrics and stuff, we should always add that song.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a song. Like, add the what do you call it? Like, the actual sheet music.
Yeah.
I once. And it's just that written beautifully.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that idea.
Everybody who sees the joke.
Oh, I also had another good idea for Agar. It actually mixed with that one. Frankenstein's like, I want to do, or no, the monster's like, I want to do this. And Agar comes in like, or no. Frankenstein's monster is like, I need to do this. And Agar's like, I need a kidney, but I can't get one.
Hey, I need a kidney, but I can't get one.
And then the doctor's like, I make people. You can have one. I'll give it to you. And he's like, I needed a kidney, but... And then he gets interrupted. And then he just eats the kidney. Like, he didn't need it for his body. He just wanted to eat a kidney.
Yeah.
Like, he was hungry for a kidney.
Agar, the next Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, you know something, too? I think in the movie, the monster actually kills Igor.
Yeah.
We could have the monster, like, do the equivalent of killing Agar, like tricking him or something.
Yeah.
That could be a good rap. Like, Franklin, like, the monster's like, fuck, I don't know. I gotta, like...
Chicken in the door, weaver in the fall.
We gotta come up with, like, a whole story, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This shit's hard. We gotta end this podcast on, like, a real progressive thing. What's something perfect? Damn. Marina, you got any ideas?
I wish I had ideas for it.
We could...
Fuck, like... I don't know what's wrong with me, Stimpy.
Yeah, if we just do a conversation between Agar and the doctor, maybe we could get it. We'll just do it like a mini musical.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this.
Walkie.
What is it now, Agar?
Hey, I need to know. You have any kidneys left? The last one I had wasn't big enough to fit in my stomach.
I have no idea what you just said, Agar. Agar, tell me some troubles that are in your life. Tell me what keeps you going.
Well, one day... you know, any motivation to do anything in my life.
We could write a rap about how he doesn't have any motivation.
I got no motivation.
I was going to make a box of mac and cheese, and then I said, fuck it. A pizza, please. Because I didn't have the motivation to start cooking. So blah, blah. Yeah, you want to do that? We could.
I see good idea.
Alright.
Write the rap.
Are the lines I said good?
Yeah.
It's very
Ready for
specific.
exposure? We just exposed your ass. What? Me mommy and my daddy don't even know I'm gay. Well, your mommy and daddy are going to know you're gay, and they're going to know that you're a pedophile. I'm not a pedophile. You are a pedophile, you filthy animal. You Willy Wonka looking motherfucker. I've been going off on that fucking shit. And like, that one video, I fucking remember, near the fucking end of it, he literally, like, after he called a Willy Wonka, like, he calls him a Willy Wonka, he's like, you Willy Wonka looking fuck, and no amount of Wonka bars or Oompa Loompas can get you out of this one, my friend. And I don't mean my friend as in, like, literally you're my friend. I use it as a figure of speech. I prefer to call you a piece of shite.
Oh, wow.
That's what I like about the fucking UK predator hunters. It's not act professional, speak quietly, It's like, no, fucking yell at them and humiliate them, and the public joins in on it. It's like, it's not like here where it's like every man for himself. It's like everyone's together.
I like Chris Hansen.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's still that. And I mean, like, when you watch Chris Hansen, it's like, if you ever notice, Chris Hansen, just working for NBC, which is a really liberal network, is a lot harsher on the predators that are foreigners or homosexuals. If you watch, you notice that. Like, some Italian homosexual guy comes in, and it's just like, so what are you doing here today? It's like, because I am idiot. It's like, no, I didn't ask why you're here. I asked what you're doing. So we're going to try this again. Like, holy shit.
I like the way Chris Hansen tells them they can leave, and then they do, and then they immediately get tackled.
Yeah, they're just like, oh shit, everything's all good. No, it's not. That one guy who sounded like Tommy Lee Jones on that show, he tells a fucking kid that he's like in his 30s, and he's obviously 58, and then like Chris Hansen comes in, and it's just like, hey, these cookies are good. Is this shit home baked? Yeah. Want time to finish your cookie, or do you want to talk now?
Yeah.
And it's like, when I tell him the girl's age, he acts surprised. What? No way! You're lying, asshole! You're a fucking asshole.
Oh, we gotta get out of this.
Yeah.
There's no way that pussy's age 14.
Jesus Christ. You've been in the call for like the whole time and haven't said a word.
She was on mute. She was listening to us.
You're a
I have nothing to
co-host.
Other than you're writing a song about making mac and cheese.
Yeah, no, it's about how Agar has no motivation. I think I got something good going. I wanted to cook a nice meal today, but didn't feel like making boxed mac and cheese. I called the Domino's and said, pizza, please. And I saw like, they brought the pizza to my door, but I didn't feel like getting up to pay the guy. So I said, I guess I'll just die. I don't know.
Just die. You Willy Wonka looking bastard.
God, I'm hungry.
Me too. I think I'm gonna end this.
KFC a few hours ago, but I'm still fucking hungry.
Yeah,
I'm not hungry.
I'm gonna end this episode because I want to go get food.
Aye, alright, laddie.
We'll do another one.
The boys.
We'll do another one. I don't know if Marina's gonna come back.
Depends on what you guys are talking about.
Well, we're probably gonna do just this for a while. I don't know. I don't know. Bye,
Reach out
guys.
to me when it's not this, then, because, well,
Okay.
I'm not very good with musicals.
You guys ready to end? Any
Me, I'm signing out. Yeah.
Any last words to the two people watching this?
That pussy was not age 14. It was 21, I swear.
I trust you. Ben?
We're predator exposure. We just expose your ass, and I'm about to fuck your loss.
Alright, good. I get all my news from Alex Jones and from Fox News. Alright, goodbye. And just to end this podcast, a bit of the show that started it all, mini musicals. I'm building a monster, I'm giving the breathless breath. Whoa, 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 I'm building a monster, I'm bringing life to death. Less of a monster, more like a son. My wife has left me and my kid makers are done. I'm building a son, I'm building a future. So hand me that scalpel, I need to make a suture. I need to reattach the head, and I'm making the living dead. Franklinstein.